Chairman Steele and Comer and Ranking Members Morelli and Raskin, I'm Ken Cuccinelli, and Chairman of the Election Transparency Initiative, where we work every day to help improve the transparency, security, and accessibility of elections in every state so that every American, regardless of color, creed, or party affiliation, has confidence in the outcome of every election. Top of mind for today is the reintroduction of the ACE Act, which we support, and its second pillar concerning the election administration in the nation's capital. Obviously, Congress can do this under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, which gives Congress power to exercise exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over the district. The ACE Act, which features a host of state-based election integrity reforms that Congress can enact at their discretion, preserves this constitutionally prescribed balance by requiring reforms in D.C., but allowing states to choose. Let me be clear, the ACE Act does not mandate changes to state election laws, and this is an important factor in ETI's support for the ACE Act. We view Congress in a role similar to a state legislature as it relates to the nation's capital, but only the nation's capital. D.C. should be the gold standard for fair and honest elections in which every legal vote is cast and counted openly, equally, and with the highest standard of integrity. But how is the administration of D.C. elections going? Well, these distressing details are contained in my written testimony, and the chairman walked through some recent examples. But without question, D.C. elections are in profound disarray and have been poorly administered. Thankfully, Congress can and should exercise its responsibility over D.C. to repair its self-inflicted broken system. Current D.C. election laws are fraught with a host of anti-election integrity procedures and practices which unfortunately do more to sow doubt, confusion, and mistrust than they do to inspire confidence. For example, same-day voter registration and automatic voter registration. And I would stress, registering to vote should be an affirmative act taken by an elector, not an automated command between differing systems and databases. Allowing pre-registration of eligible 16-year-old residents who are then automatically registered to vote upon turning 18. Inflating the voter rolls with potentially ineligible voters that are then ripe for mismanagement, abuse, and even fraud. No excuse absentee voting with a permanent absentee voting list. No ID requirement to vote after the voter has voted once in a previous election, just proof of residence, no photo required. Unsecured and unguarded drop boxes, and D.C.'s infamous non-citizen voting law, which would allow green card holders and residents or those here illegally to vote so long as they're 18 or older and have been in D.C. for at least 30 days. That's right, non-citizens, including foreign nationals who've pledged loyalty to other countries such as Russia or China, would be allowed to vote in D.C. thanks in part to Senator Schumer and Senate Democrats who refused to preserve citizen-only voting when they had the chance. Even the Washington Post recognizes that elections in our nation's capital shouldn't be decided by the votes of Russian and Chinese nationals working at their country's embassies or non-citizens in the country illegally. Ranking Member Raskin, who I sit before today, was asked during a February 6 Rules Committee hearing if he supported allowing non-citizen staff of the Embassy of the Russian Federation the right to vote in D.C. elections. He replied, "I've opposed Vladimir Putin's massive social disinformation campaign against American democracy, and I'm opposed to Russian subversion of democracy all over the world. So if they asked me my advice, I would say vote against that." And now you will all have the chance to do just that with the introduction of the ACE Act. The ACE Act would address D.C. elections through proven fundamental common sense reforms rooted in ballot and voter integrity, beginning with voter ID for in-person and mail-in voting. Voter ID, and particularly photo ID, is overwhelmingly popular among virtually every voting demographic, regardless of party, race, or where a man or woman lives, because it protects the right to vote in elections that are secure and fair. Congress has work to do to fix D.C.'s elections, and the problems referenced in my testimony today and my obviously longer submitted statement. These problems are America's problems, and the Election Transparency Initiative stands ready to assist in fixing them so the barriers to honest and accurate elections are replaced with those helping to guarantee certainty, trust, and confidence. Thank you.